Hi guys, I'm Aaron Intende, and today my topic is very uh, good. For those who are thinking about relocating their interviews to other embassies, there is reason why people relocate their interviews to other embassies. For instance, if you have a lowercase number, you don't need to relocate your interview to another embassy. If you have a lowercase number and you can attend your interview, you don't need to relocate your interview to another embassy. If you have a high case number, I believe you are always thinking about relocating. And in particular today, I want to talk about the Kenyan embassy. Uh, and a few other embassies you can relate to this topic. A few other embassies you can relate to this topic. If you are something like 30K and below, I believe it's not functionable enough to relocate your interview to another embassy. If your embassy is Kenya and you submitted your DS-260 as early as possible, I don't think it's functioning enough to relocate your interview. So, guys, I want to talk about why Kenya is among the best embassies you could ever think about doing your interviews. American Embassy in Kenya Diverse Visa Lottery Program. This is my take about this topic. Why? Because number one thing, you might be there saying Kenya is bad, but Kenya is good. It's only that it's overloaded with several countries around East Africa. You can find that Kenya handles most countries than any other country in the world with DV lottery. Kenya handles Rwanda. Kenya handles Kenya itself. Kenya handles Sudan. Kenya handles Southern Sudan. Kenya handles Uganda, Burundi, Congo. It goes to Tanzania. Kenya handles several parts of East Africa. It doesn't mean Tanzania doesn't handle DV lottery. Tanzania handles DV lottery, but still, some Tanzanians, they come to Kenya. Yeah, it's not like Tanzanian embassy. For Kenya, it is recognized as a regional embassy already. It's a regional embassy, and it handles these all countries around. It handles these all countries around East Africa. Guys, it doesn't mean that because Kenya did not handle your case, doesn't mean it's a bad embassy. Remember, it has handled several people. And another thing I want to talk about is quick at handling DV lottery cases. Yes, Kenya is quick at handling DV lottery cases. It's just that at the beginning of the fiscal year, that is October, November, to around December and January, sometimes Kenya delays to start diverse visa lottery. They delay. Number one, why do they delay? Number one thing is they are busy giving. They give. They could give leave. They could take holidays. Those consulars who have been handling DV lottery from the other previous DVs, they because they are just ended the fiscal year. First of all, the fiscal year starts October to September, like October this year to September next year. So by September next year, they are already overwhelmed and they have been handling DV lottery and they are tired. They need to take leave. They need to rest. You will find that some of them, and if you look at October, it's a festival season starting October in most countries. Their festive start, they're having it's a festival season, so some of them travel to their countries because at that time the embassy gives relief to them. they will, for example, Christmas, for example, those are holidays. Here in America, holidays start uh, around September. So for them, they're busy working in September. So after September, they want to take holidays, they want to visit their families. So you find like in October, the cases, yes, there is cases which are handled, but they are at a low pace. So you guys, by October, you are complaining. Hi, man. You are already complaining that the embassy is not handling your case, that like it's slow. Don't think about that. It's just that they are designed, they design it in a way that in October, some of them take holidays, some of them take leave off because in the rest of the year they're gonna be working. It's kind of windy. We are it's kind of windy. We are in fall. The trees, you can see the trees are green, but they will start shedding off their leaves very very soon. Some of them have started. I won't show you, but some of them have started shedding off their leaves already because uh, some days it's cold and some days it's just dry and warm. Good temperatures like today. Yeah, good temperatures like today. As you can see, I'm not putting on my jacket. So, guys, what I'm telling you is Kenya is not bad. If you are a low case number, I would say I would determine low case number from 30K and below. Even those who are beyond 30K, some of you get chance to be interviewed. It's just that those who did not like send in their DS260 as early as possible, you might be delayed to be interviewed, or you might, in case of in the case of DV2023, some of them they did not get a chance because the visas got exhausted from the program. So what I'm meaning is, don't relocate until you understand this whole thing of relocating, because you might relocate thinking that Kenya is a bad embassy, or some of your embassies are bad, yet they are not bad. It's just that you are the one making them look bad because you're non-patient. So what I'm talking about is why Kenya embassies is among the best for Dvlottery. Even some of your embassies, they could be among the best for Dvlottery, but just that your case number is high or it's in the middle ranges and you feel like you won't get interviewed. So the other thing is that it has a great location. For example, Kenya has a great location. You can find that it's located in Nairobi. Nairobi has good infrastructures. Nairobi, when you look at the IMO, it has one of the best hospitals, the one which are recognized for the international, uh, it carries out the international kind of medical affairs when it comes to getting satisfied, like your medical history and your medical status. It deals with the that hospital side of vaccination and uh, attesting your vaccination, immunization, like before going to Europe, before going to America, have to get satisfied from those hospitals. They have the best physicians. So that's what I'm talking about. The great location, the capital city, that is Nairobi. It's the best. It's among the best in Africa, if not in the world. Uh, Now there is the accessibility. Man, if they had put diverse visa in some of other countries, you might not even access easily to the embassy. I'm telling you guys, Nairobi embassy, Nairobi American embassy, the is accessible. The good accessibility, the roads, the infrastructures. Kenya, you can get good accommodation at cheaper costs. You can get good hotels. Whatever you need, you will get it if you're going to have your interviews in Kenya. You're gonna get it right. They speak English, they speak Swahili, but they know English. You guys are gonna get good, uh, uh, good reception in Kenya. They have food. They have good food, man. So then the modern structure of the embassy itself. The embassy is amazing. If you have never been to that embassy, man, the embassy is amazing. If you have never traveled and you travel to that American embassy, man, it's amazing. Itself is amazing. You feel like you have reached, you have reached, yeah, you have reached America. So what I'm telling you guys, don't judge before you know this. Don't judge. Don't say my embassy is bad until you watch my video. Stop that thinking. Stop telling your friends, man, you better relocate. Don't rush. Don't rush. Don't rush. If this program finds you when you're in the Middle East, stay in the Middle East. Stay, for example, Qatar, UAE. Let your interview be in the Middle East. Don't relocate it. Work. You don't need to quit your job in order to do this diverse visa lottery. You don't need to quit your job. So guys, what I'm saying is, don't quit your job. Don't, if you're in the Middle East, stay there, because the embassies are also good. It's just that those people, they don't have bigger numbers at their embassies. However much their embassies are also well structured, they have uh, good structures, and there is better accessibility like American embassy in Kenya. But still, I'm telling you guys, if you're a low case number, if you're a high case number, and you got chance like you are in the Middle East, better stay in the Middle East. The sun is on and off, but we shall finish this video. So I have more points to talk about. Other points are the great staff. Man, Kenyan American embassy, they have great staff. Those consulars, some people make us think the consulars are fearless. Before I did my interviews, oh, sometimes I hear in the groups, that consular, that consular, that consular. It's not about the consular. It's about your fears. You fear the consular. You don't need to fear the consular. If you have prepared for the interview, why should you fear the consular? You know already your case is good. Your consular is asking about you, is asking questions from your DS-260. Why you fear him? He's asking about you. You're not a thief. You're not a criminal. You should answer whatever he asks. And he just want to help you pass the interview. It's nothing personal. So the staffs are good. For me, the staffs are good. They're happy. They give you a smile. They're polite. They will never be harsh with you. So guys, Kenya, for me, it was the best. I never regret that. It was the best. Regional affairs. Yes, Kenyan embassy handles a lot of regional affairs, from Dvlottery, other immigration visas. Like if you already here, you are an American and you are requesting immigration stuff for your kids, for your family members, and even others. What you have to do is you have to go to Kenya embassy. Of course, it is Kenya embassy. If you're in East Africa, some East African embassies deal with immigration, but if you're like in Uganda, you're like in Sudan, you might find yourself going to Kenya embassy. So Kenya embassy is amazing. The regional affairs, the Kenyan development. Kenya is developed, first of all. Having Kenya as your interview location is amazing. You go to Kenya. I've ever been at the border, and I was like, why doesn't Uganda perform like when it comes to development? why doesn't Uganda do the same as Kenya? Because when you're at the border on the Ugandan side, it's so undeveloped. The infrastructures are so undeveloped. The people, you feel like you're in Africa. But when you go to the other side of Kenya, the people are so developed. Their markets, their infrastructures, man, it's different. It's a total different place. You reach Kenya and you feel like you're abroad. And you go to Uganda and you feel like, oh my God, I hate my country. It's shame. It's shame. We got to talk this. I'm Uganda. I got to tell you this, guys. I don't know what's wrong with my country. Are we cast? Are we cast to live poor? Man, Kenya, when you reach Kenya, you feel like where I am looks like Kenya. Here in America looks like Kenya. When you reach Kenya, you feel like you're already in America. Because the people, the culture, yes, they're African like us. The people also, they do crap like Ugandans, that the developments make you feel like, man, have traveled abroad. Yeah, and the high security levels, Kenya is safe. Yes, Kenya is so safe. They have banks, they have good roads, they have malls. If you need a money exchange, you can get it. If you need good hospital like international hospital for immigration, man, they got good stuff. If you need the bank, their security, their police. I believe, however much there is corruption and other stuff, but still they are developed. The security you find at the embassy, you feel like, man, this is something amazing. So guys, I'll stop from there because I got to do something else. But it's Aaron intended. Today I'm telling you that before you relocate, you gotta know that your embassy could be the best place you could have your interviews. But guys, I gotta make it out of here, and I love you all. Please stay on my channel, subscribe for more information. We're gonna bring you information about DV 2025 and what to do, how to get selected. Guys, thank you for watching. It's Aaron Ntende.